I'm Mark, and this is my journey through tarot. I want to take today and read on Lara Turnip. You know, this is the wife of the youngest son, Eric, and she seems to be the one who kind of makes the deals, or was making the deals. Hey, did you subscribe? You're gonna, right? Thanks. I know that when Omarosa and I think one of the other, the Sean, what the heck was his name, the crazy guy, Sean Spicer, when they were leaving the campaign, it seems to me that I heard recordings that Omarosa had made with a recording, her offering Omarosa a job in the campaign of about $180,000 a year, and it was a veiled way to keep her quiet, is what was alluded to. So let's put the laptop down. We're about a minute into this and see what's going on for Lara Turnip. I've got these great cards that are the Druid Craft Tarot, and they came in an amazing, I'm just really taken by the boxes. I'm a sucker every time they do some interesting packaging, and they come with a very nice card, and these cards harken back to kind of paganism and that sort of thing. And since the tarot is you know, so old and confused, actually, you know, there's a lot of confusion about how did these cards get meaning to begin with. And some say that it was the gypsies that traveling around the country and using the cards to make a little money, that they started this idea of divination with the tarot. So we're going to try these Druid Craft tarot cards, which I've had for some time, but I haven't used them for a reading. There are a couple of cards in here, actually 4 cards of the major arcana, that may give me a little trouble, so we'll see if those come up. Otherwise, we'll just cruise right through it, and quite frankly, if a couple of those cards keep me from moving forward, I might look up the meanings, but you know, I don't think they will, because I've been studying up. So we're going to cut these into 3 stacks. I'm going to put them back like they would be. I'm going to give it another shuffle or 2, maybe just 1. Yeah, that's nice. And then we'll spread them out, and I think we'll do a Celtic cross, but these are so huge, I don't know how I'm going to fit them on this table, but hopefully it'll work out. So 6 cards to begin with, and then another 4 after that. What's going on with Lara Turnip? There's even talk of her running for governor of Georgia, if you can believe it. So that's 1. Lara Turnip, what are you doing, and why is Lindsey Graham, of all people, pushing your, carrying your water for you up the hill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to gather these up and leave them just in the frame over here. I will deal these down just like I always do, and the signifier card for what's going on with Lara Turnip. High Priestess. You know, the High Priestess tells the reader to use their intuition. Is one interpretation or that comes with this card. But in this pagan Druid Craft Tarot, this High Priestess is pretty down to earth, and I would say I can identify this as Lara, because I don't think she was a wealthy person. Maybe she was, but I think she's probably one of the more, if you want to say, grounded in that Trump clan, although she certainly has been washed up with the whole excitement of being rich, just like everybody else. And on front of this High Priestess, though, is the book of her knowledge, laid out on an altar, waiting for some action. A lot of stuff going on here with this flowing cape and with this moon coming out from cover in the clouds. So this signifies Lara. This is how she must feel about herself. And you know, probably her blonde hair is really this color anyway. So what's challenging the High Priestess in this reading is the Hermit. And you know, that can certainly be true. You know, the Hermit, I would say in this case, is going to be her father-in-law, looking for a way, trying to decide what's going to happen. Is this Melania next to him, or who is that? Is that some of his mob that are waiting to see what his next move is going to be? I don't know, but I think that this is Donnie. So the High Priestess is challenged by the Hermit. The base of that reading is going to be the Six of Cups. And again, the Six of Cups for this family, it seems to plague them, is they're all remembering a better time when things were simpler. Look at Lara here with her bleached hair and her cup in her hand, watching the kids out there playing. Not a care in the world. It's dark inside, but there's a lot of light outside. Yeah, it used to be a much better time for them. That's the basis of the reading, really obsessed with how good things were. Now, in the recent past, we're going to have the Four of Cups, and completely fitting, the Four of Cups typically speaks to holding on to what you have. But in this case, this poor elf, if you want to call him, has spilled a cup, and it's completely empty. And he doesn't seem to realize that there's one tucked away back here, or maybe he's tucked that one away back here for later. But in the past, it was a matter of holding on to what you got. And I bet as the youngest Trump, Eric Trump, as the youngest Trump's wife, she's pretty far down that totem pole, maybe even further down than Tiffany. So we'll put her there. And I wonder why I spoke about Tiffany. But in the sky for this reading for Lara Trump is the Queen of Swords. And you know, the Queen of the Swords are action, or you know, really, actually the wands are action, but the swords are coming forth with a cutting edge, with, you know, something that you're going to hold up as your authority to move forward. She's ready to go. Her feet are poised and ready to jump up out of that chair if she has to. The wind's blowing her hair back. She's looking for opportunity, and she's ready to make a move. This is perfect for her. In the near future is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, now it typically speaks to really having accomplished a lot and kind of back on your laurels and enjoying all the things that come with all that accomplishment. You know, look at all the pentacles. They're paved into her protective wall of her domicile. But you're going to notice this is like I'm going to say this tree is somewhat barren to me, but she's holding on to it. And this wealth is kind of cemented in. And I don't know that she has easy access to it, but she has the benefit of that wealth. And so that's the near future. Now, immediately for Miss Lara Trump is the Prince of Pentacles. I'm going to say the Prince of Pentacles is her husband. The Prince of Pentacles is probably Eric, because he has the benefit of that pentacle. He's steadfast. He's not moving. He's using those pentacles like a shield to protect himself. And but it doesn't tell us that he's a successful knight. It just tells us that he's a fervent knight of Donnie's Round Table. And the environment that he's in, as a matter of fact, is the High Priest. Now, unlike the High Priestess, which gives us sometimes a license to use our intuition, the High Priest is fully in charge, like the Hierophant. It's a structure that his followers are he rules over, and his followers are going to abide by. The sun shines over the High Priest, and he's firmly ensconced in his throne and amongst all of his bounty. So that's the environment, and I'm going to say that this High Priest probably also represents Donnie. So, although we're talking about Lara, I have to say that this is Eric and his father right here. The hopes and fears for this reading then is the Two of Pentacles, keeping things up in the air. Look, here's the Two Pentacles. Here's poor Lara trying to keep everything balanced. It's a stormy, the storm seems to actually, she seems to be a bit past the storm, to tell you the truth. I don't know that she's got clear skies ahead, because all of this looks like it's just behind her. It could be coming up. It could be coming up to her to create some problems, or she could have passed the storm. But she's certainly got these two balls in the air, and that her hopes and fears, I'm going to say, is that she doesn't keep everything up in the air. And in this family, if you don't keep everything up in the air and balanced and not cause problems and bring money in, you're probably not worth very much. Hopes and fears. But then the final outcome is going to be strength. That does make sense to me, because this woman has complete control over this wild boar. Wild boar, who does that remind you of? And I'm going to say, I will bet that Dottie has got quite a bit of confidence in her, since his political aspirations seems to have diminished after unbelievingly taking the highest office in the world. I mean, the leader of the free world, and then trying to wrench it back once you've been voted out of office. But she seems to have him under some sort of control. But you tell me, if you had a wild boar under your control, how confident, and this is not the look of confidence, clutching her heart, and that face of this woman is a feigned confidence, in my opinion. So I would say in this reading that Lara Trump has got a lot of obstacles ahead of her, and it all is depending on how well she can keep her strength in control of everything here. Well, that's my reading for Miss Lara Trump, and I'm Mark. Don't forget, subscribe. I mean, I don't want to be a pest. Through Tarot. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I'll be here when you come by again. Ciao for now.